Well, news now from Bihar, where there has been, remember, shockwaves after the murder that took place in the heart of Patna, where a businessman and BJP leader was shot dead right outside his home. But now more crime taking place in Bihar, and after Patna, there have been two more murders, one in Nalanda and one in Danapur. In Nalanda, it was a double murder that's taken place, while in Danapur, a school official was shot dead. Remember, as we said, there was already outrage over the death of businessman Kema, who was shot dead right outside his house. You can see that CCTV footage of the death of how he was shot dead by a person who was clearly waiting outside his house for him to return. And after this, two more murders have taken place, one in Nalanda and one in Danapur.
गोलीबारी हुई है जिसमें दो व्यक्ति की मृत्यु हो गई है। दोनों डेड बॉडी को वहां से यहाँ लाया गया था। यहाँ आकर पता चला है कि दोनों की मृत्यु हो गई है। अभी घटना का कारण स्पष्ट नहीं हो रहा है, किस बात को लेकर विवाद हुआ रहा है।
गांव में
पुलिस बल वहाँ तैनात है और छापामारी कर रही है।
All right, so two more murders have taken place. In fact, a double murder in Nalanda and another murder in Danapur. And this even as there was outrage over the murder that took place in Patna, where a businessman, Kema, was actually shot dead right outside his home. Remember, the opposition was up in arms over this. In fact, RJD even saying it's a return to Jungle Raj, even as many promises were made by the government, the Bihar government, that they're going to get to the bottom of Kema's murder soon. And Nitish Kumar even calling for a meeting on Saturday with officials, and he told officials, to get to the bottom of who was behind this conspiracy to kill the prominent businessman Kema. However, even as those promises are made that those behind the murder conspiracy will be punished soonest, now two more murders are taking place in Bihar, with a double murder in Nalanda and a murder in Danapur. In fact, this even as outrage over the Patna murder continues. Let's just take a look at this report on the Kema murder.
An upscale area in Bihar's capital, Patna. Police station just 100 meters away. And a businessman brutally shot dead in broad daylight under the nose of Bihar police. The bike-borne assailant waited alone for the businessman outside his residence. The moment Gopal Kema arrived, the shooter rushed towards him, shot him inside his car, and sped away from the scene on his bike. Amid massive uproar, two special investigation teams of Patna police have started probing the case.
Our sources in the Patna police and the SIT is confirming to us that this murder was executed by a hired professional killer. Who hired him is what police is trying to find out, and police, in order to actually go deeper into the investigation, carried out raid at Patna's Bihar jail. Yesterday a raid was carried, and even today morning further raid was carried there, and 3 mobiles were recovered from Bihar jail. One noted gangster who is lodged inside Patna's Bihar jail, Ajay Verma, he was interrogated for 2 hours, and several other criminals were also interrogated. So Patna police and the SIT investigating into this high-profile murder believes that this entire conspiracy to eliminate Gopal Kema, to knock him out, was actually hatched from inside Patna's Bihar jail. That's the reason why Bihar jail is always is under scanner as far as this investigation is concerned. Also, our sources are confirming to us that the alleged killer, the killer who actually executed this murder, his last mobile location was traced to Hajipur, which actually they are further investigating into and trying to find out as to who that guy was, where he's hiding, and trying to nab him actually and bring this entire investigation to a logical conclusion.
Months before the Bihar polls, this horrific murder of a well-known businessman has sparked a massive political face-off.
This is too much. जंगल राज की बात करने वाले आज कहाँ हैं? बिहार में ऐसा कोई दिन नहीं गोलियां न चल रही हो। नेता विरोधी दल के यहाँ गोलियां चलती है, मुख्यमंत्री आवास के बाहर गोलियां चलती है, डेवलपमेंट कमिश्नर के बाहर गोलियां चलती हैं, जज साहब के बाहर गोलियां चलती है, इनके मंत्री के घर के बाहर गोलियां चलती है। क्यों जो है बार बार अपराध बिहार का बढ़ रहा है?
कहीं भी छुपा अपराधी हो उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी, उसको बख्शे नहीं जाएंगे। बिहार पुलिस पूर्ण रूप से पूरी तरह आम व्यवसायियों की सुरक्षा करेगा और ये पूरी तरह सुनिश्चित भी करेगा कि आगे के दिनों में इस तरह की कोई घटना नहीं हो।
Not only Bihar, this incident has drawn national focus, with Rahul Gandhi coming down heavily on the Nitish-led NDA government via an ex-post and called Bihar the crime capital of India. But a more scathing attack came from its own leader, Chirag Paswan, whose party LJP is part of the NDA government, both in Bihar and the centre.
ये तो चिंता का विषय ही है, क्योंकि एक ऐसी जगह पर ये घटना घटी है, खुलेआम, जो पटना का एक पॉश इलाका है, 100 मीटर की दूरी पर वहाँ पे थाना है, अधिकारियों के घर है वहाँ पर। अगर यहाँ पे ऐसी घटना घट रही है तो सोचिए गांव देहात में क्या हो रहा होगा। अगर इस तरीके से आपराधिक घटनाएं बढ़ेंगी तो विपक्ष को तो बोलने का मौका मिलेगा ही।
With a few months left for the assembly polls, the political landscape of Bihar is heating up. This high-profile murder at a posh area has given the opposition ammunition to target the government, which is fighting on a Sushasan or good governance plank. With Prabhakar Kumar, Abhishek Datta's report for NDTV.
Well, let's go across to my colleague Prabhakar now for more. And Prabhakar, outrage over the Gopal Khemka murder. There's still, those behind it have not been caught yet. But now 2 more murders taking place, double murder in Nalanda and one in Danapur.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the reason why on this law and order front, this entire the government, the Nitish's government, the JDU-RJD government is on the back foot, and it has given enough ammunition to the opposition to attack the government. So we have seen this high-profile murder of Gopal Khemka, which happened in Patna, in the posh locality of Patna, then a double murder in Nalanda, and then one in Danapur. And there, if you see a track record of last 1 month or so, I mean, there has been a couple of similar incidents in other states of Bihar. And so the government has to pull up its act together. They have to act tough against those involved in these kind of incidents. And it's a poll-bound state. So the opposition is not letting this opportunity go, and they're trying to corner the government on this. As we know, we are seeing the strong statements coming from likes of Rahul Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav, and they're all out on the street now. The opposition is planning to kind of call for a Bihar Bandh as well, though there is no confirmation as of now. But that is what we are learning from our sources, that there might be a statewide protest launched by the opposition on this issue, trying to corner the government for the failure on the law and the front.
That's right. And, Prabhakar, this coming at, as you said, just ahead of elections in the state, when we do know that the Bihar government, its big boast is regarding Sushasan and good administration. And that is what's ringing hollow now, even though so many promises have been made as to, finding out who's behind the murder of Gopal Khemka. Tell us, where does that investigation currently stand?
See, as far as that particular murder, which is a high-profile murder, Gopal Khemka happened to be a very leading businessman of Patna. And after this incident happened, 2 SITs have been formed, one by the Patna police, another by the STF, the Bihar STF, that is a special task force. They have also formed a separate team to investigate into it. 2 parallel teams are investigating the matter. They have tried to obtain the CCTV footage and the mobile location of the person who was involved into it. The last location was tracked to Hajipur. There were also raids at Patna's Beur jail. One Ajay Verma, who happens to be a very notorious criminal, lodged inside the jail. He was interrogated and few others were interrogated. So police is trying hard actually to find out as to who was involved. But so far they have not been able to make a breakthrough in this. The investigation is still on. We had a word with the senior SP of Patna and the IG Patna, and they were quite upbeat that very soon they will be able to nab the culprit.